Welcome to the Alpha Nerd Podcast. I'm your main host, Kyle, along with my cinema co-host, Greg. Dan fell down a well.
He's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
No, just we had bad weather, and we are shooting from my house, so it's going to be full of cuss words this evening. Plus, Dan didn't go with us to see the featured movie of today's Christmas episode, so I wanted to spare him the having to sit here and listen to us talk about a movie that he didn't really want to see anyways.
Because he's an ornery.
All right, we can't keep that, Greg. We can't go that far. I can bleep that out, though, thank God.
Well.
Damn it, Greg.
I mean, you know.
Just going.
You said I had
starting off strong.
Now you're putting reins on me again.
You're starting off strong. Well, come on. The C word's a little much.
All right.
So, we will start with the news of James Gunn is writing a new Superman movie, and Henry Cavill apparently will not be playing Superman in this.
I don't know how well that's going to stand. Because a lot of people like him as Superman.
I liked him as Superman. I did not like the movies he was in because the first one.
I mean, he just has the whole suit. To be honest with you,
he has the look.
Yeah, right.
And he actually has the talents to play a very good Clark Kent. And he's very good at playing Superman. The problems with the movies that he was playing Superman was the directors. The Man of Steel I didn't like because he killed Zod, straight killed Zod, which Superman doesn't kill people.
Well, I mean, he didn't want to. Zod kind of.
It doesn't matter if he listen.
He pretty much told him kill him or he'll keep killing everybody.
Yeah, but he was already beating him in a fist fight. He could have easily jumped with Zod outside the building. He was letting Zod turn his head.
No, he just cracked his neck, dude.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, Superman doesn't do all that. There's only two people Superman ever tries to kill. And one is Darkseid, and two is Doomsday. And this is because Doomsday can't be killed.
Right.
So, I mean, James Gunn's a good director. Let's not try to act like he's not. But
I mean, I didn't say he wasn't. No,
I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, like, I have questions about him doing DC stuff just because I don't want it to be Guardians of the Galaxy via DC edition.
Right.
But I would watch it. I'm going to watch it no matter what. Just because I'm the leader of this bullshit. And I watch all the nerd shit. So I'm looking forward to that. According to you...
According to me?
Yeah. The next movie for our Christmas thing, because we have one more Christmas episode before the change of the year, You're a Mean One, has been getting terrible reviews.
Horrible reviews. It's getting horrible reviews. Well, we knew it was going to be a bad movie.
Yes.
Right? I mean, what was the whole stick with it. We knew it was going to be bad.
Yes.
But I have been looking up reviews, and they have not been kind.
I wasn't expecting it, though, either.
Actually, I've seen one say that it is now the new front runner for worst movie of 2022. So, yeah. Not getting good reviews. But we knew what it was when we came into it. I mean, you can just look at the Grinch, or they don't apparently, because even though it's a Grinch movie,
yeah,
they have to have 13 different things from the original Grinch to this movie to keep it off copyright infringements. So they don't call him the Grinch, that's why he's called the Mean One.
Yeah.
Like
they don't call it Whoville.
Yeah,
they call
it's not Whoville.
It's Hillville.
Yep. Cindy Lou Who's just Cindy. So yeah, I mean they have to have like 13 different things that keeps them away from copyright infringements.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's been getting horrible reviews.
Yes. They just greenlighted season 2 for Wednesday.
Yep, season 2 Wednesdays got greenlit the other day.
I'm fine with this.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yes. They still haven't greenlit Resident Evil 2. It's not happening.
No.
It's fucking
Raccoon
done.
City sucked.
Yes.
Well,
it was
it
bad.
follows some of the story, but it doesn't follow.
Very little.
Right.
but most side spin-off anything Resident Evil never hardly follows the story. We're also still supposed to be getting, speaking of which, The Last of Us is getting a Netflix adaptation. I think you might actually like that. If you were ever going to get...
Oh, yes. The one guy at work talks about it all the time. He's actually been showing me previews for it.
Yeah. I feel like if you were ever going to get into a game, that would actually be a game you'd be into.
That's one that he said.
The whole concept, it's really dark. It's
well,
really...
I kind of want to see what that game is. I gave you the suggestion.
Oh, I've been looking into that. That's also been getting mixed reviews. There's a lot of people who are super duper fans of Rick and Morty are like, it's the greatest thing ever, but most people that are very heavily into games have been like, it's kind of annoying after a while. It starts running thin. Just it relies too much on Rick and Morty fandom to...
I don't know. I read that review and it got like a 9 out of 10 on...
Oh yeah, there's a lot of... No, I'm like, I've been seeing mixed. Like, there's some people who love it. It just really comes down to how much of a fan of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, but what was that? It was like a big time thing that gave the review, right? That I sent?
I'll have to recheck.
Steam Power.
Oh, that's Steam. That's that's Community though.
No, Steam. It has a 9 out of 10 on Steam.
Yeah, that's Community. It's all community based through Steam, which is good. You always want community based too. I'm taking it all around. Like, some people love it, some people hate it.
Oh, well, you're never gonna not.
It's never gonna be.
Yeah,
there's very few games that are just a straight consensus.
Well, that's the same with movies. You're never gonna find anyone that likes. Everyone likes one movie.
I feel like you would like that at World if they do that in a movie. We also still have to watch the rest of Wednesday this week.
Yeah, what we got? 4 more episodes?
Yep. We have to watch the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
Yep.
So we got some things.
Yeah, we'll still have a bunch to talk about next.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So we'll jump right into the movie we watched.
A Violent Night.
Yes, A Violent Night. Starring David Harbour.
I thought he played a good Santa.
I
wish they would have went just a little more into the background of how he became Santa.
Yeah, like, I like what they go with. They left it up to.
I guess I leave it up to your imagination,
but it felt like it needed.
Yeah,
something.
like it needed to. Like, is it like he's Santa because he needs to repent for his
or
past,
did he just luck out and find it?
Yeah, right. Like,
there's gonna be a second one. I have a feeling.
But I feel like if they could have went a little more into that, it would have been a little better, so you could understand how he became Santa a little more. Would have been great.
Yeah. So, David Harbour as an actor kind of came out of the blue for me. Like, we're looking at his filmography right now, and
you've never watched Stranger Things.
I watched the first 2 seasons.
Well, he was good in Stranger Things.
Yes, but I'm saying, like, I never knew who he was.
As a movie is like, so he was the new Hellboy. I didn't like the new Hellboy.
Oh yeah, he was the new Hellboy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The new Hellboy was not great.
No.
But it wasn't really him as much as everything else was bad. They tried to do way too much. They tried to revamp everything. The visuals were great in that movie.
Yeah.
Visually, it was great.
Well, he kind of knew. He said that after they made the movie, he kind of knew that it wasn't going to do well because everyone, like, I mean,
Ron Perlman.
Yeah,
Ron Perlman
was. I mean, I don't think you can top those Hellboy movies. And unfortunately, it never got booted for the third one because it was going to be too expensive to make, they said.
Yeah. And the second one didn't get as much.
The Golden Army, yeah. I still like the Golden Army, though. It was still good.
Yeah. No, I liked them all. And it's hard. Just like, it's hard to fill in somebody's shoes.
Especially when it was an iconic.
When somebody was iconic.
Right. Yeah, right.
We'll use Kevin Conroy as a perfect example. Whoever they get to voice Batman after him is always going to be compared and is never going to live. You know what I mean?
Right.
Eventually they'll...
Well, it'll be the same with... once what's-his-name hangs it up as the Joker.
Like there's always...
I don't think anyone will be able to get that
Mark Hamill?
Down.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone will get that voice down.
See, and that's the thing. Like, there are some other actors who played great Batman and Jokers on, voice acting. But you always go back to the two that made the milestone.
Right.
So, I think what will happen is he's going to have to deal with it for a while. If he continues Hellboy, if they try to continue Hellboy.
Well, it's funny because I read that he actually got a hold of Ryan Reynolds about Hellboy flopping because because when he was doing this movie, he kind of was stuck in that whole Hellboy being a flop and was like really nervous about doing another movie.
Yeah.
And not wanting to flop, and so he called Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Reynolds had the Green Lantern, which was like a huge flop for him, obviously. And I guess Ryan Reynolds told him, he's like, dude, listen, like, not every movie you make is going to be a hit.
No.
Sometimes you just got to go with it. You got to go with it, the punches, and suck it up and make another movie. He goes, look, obviously he referenced Deadpool. Deadpool became this huge phenomenon, and he was like, just keep making movies, man.
You'll hit your stride.
Yeah, right.
Because he just played in the Black Widow movie as the Captain America version, the Russian Captain America. In the comic books, like, everyone was trying to recreate Captain America.
Right.
They created him. And what's funny about this is, like, he's old, fat, and retired. Like, he's just solely relying on the super soldier serum. Like, he doesn't keep in shape and stuff. He's just relying on the extra human abilities he got from it.
Right.
He's really good in that. Like, I really loved that, even though the Black Widow wasn't a great movie.
I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't really.
As I say, you weren't going to go out of your way to watch it.
Right.
They ruined Taskmaster, which is a whole nother character we can explain to you later. Dan likes Taskmaster. He's one of those guys, if he can see something, he can instantly mimic it, no matter how good you are.
Got ya.
So he's super badass. They changed it to...
So he's kind of like, Umbrella Academy, the girl that mimics all their powers.
Yes, but his is just like physical movements. Like, he can't... Like, if he sees somebody throw a bus, he can't throw a bus, but he can...
Okay, I got it.
Like, he can mimic everyone's fighting style, and that's what he does. Like, and then he creates little gadgets to help cope with that. Like, when he was pretending to be Spider-Man, he'd get himself little grappling hooks on his wrists and stuff.
Okay.
He's really good. He's a really badass character in the Marvel comic book landscape. So what they did was, like, Taskmaster is just a brain-dead girl with a computer in her head that allows her to do that.
Got ya.
I was like, that's stupid.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Because
why would they do that? Yeah,
it's just like they did with Bane, where Bane is usually his own villain,
right?
And he's got his own fucking agenda.
Every time I think of Bane, all I can think of is Robot Chicken.
Yeah,
where he comes by. You watched him do it.
So Bane, like how they did in Dark Knight Rises, usually Bane's his own villain. He usually's got his own plans and shit. He's never usually a lackey.
Ooh on you.
So. Then all of a sudden it was Talia al Ghul running the show secretly near the end, remember?
Right, yep.
So that's what they did with this, is it wasn't Taskmaster. Taskmaster runs his own shit. He's just a merc for hire that can do everything.
Right.
And then he works for other people, but it's always he's his own shit. This one, it was just, you're a brain dead girl that doesn't know no better.
Yeah, that's stupid. They do kind of ruin iconic characters like that,
just for the sake of making
someone else look better,
or creating a tragic villain, or creating something to be like, we can identify with that.
Right.
Yeah, well, we need to get over that. That's why I hate. Again, I've been getting over everyone's got to be identifiable or a tragic villain. How about this guy's evil because he's just a greedy dick?
Well, they just, it's like Superman versus Batman. Like, Batman was just a dick for no reason. Like,
Batman was killing people.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And like, Batman don't kill people
for no reason. I mean, he hated Superman. They gave no reason to why
for him want to kill Superman.
Yeah, right. No reason.
Like, and I don't know if I ever went into the original comic book why they fought.
No, I think you did at one point. I just don't remember.
The recap is like the United States passed a law against superheroes, unless you're like working for the government, you can't be a superhero.
And Batman was working with the government.
And Batman was like, "Fuck that!"
Right.
And he kept trying to go on his own. And the Superman decided to work for the government, so Superman was like their personal thing. And then when Batman came out of retirement, and he was fucking people up,
right.
At age 70, he was still fucking up 20-year-olds.
Well, of course.
The government's like, yo, you have to shut Batman down. And that's why they fought, because Superman was going to just do as he told. And Batman's like, fuck.
So it's pretty much calling him a pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He was like, because the whole thing, he's like, hey, they're going to tell me to stop you. He goes, go for it, bitch. I got this.
Yeah, right.
I may be old, but I'll scrap.
Well, anyways, I guess we got off track.
Yeah, whatever. Fuck it.
So
we're down a person, so we need to fill up some time.
So Violent Night. It starts off with Santa and David Harbour in the bar drinking
in Australia.
Yeah, and another obviously there's other Santa Clauses in there. They're on their they're doing their holiday gimmick.
Yep, and they're just like on a break from being Santa, and it goes into where, and I love the overall.
I like how he's like, because it's kind of true in a way. Like kids now just want more and more and more. It's more technology, more.
It's not about the spirit of the holiday,
right?
anymore.
And that's why he's so upset with it. He doesn't really want to do it anymore.
Yep.
Because he's so sick of the greed of the kids. Well, not just the kids. He pretty much mentions everybody. But he mentions how everyone's greedy anymore. They just want more this, more that. And so he's like sick of the holidays. He doesn't want to be Santa anymore. And so Santa's half drunk through the whole movie.
The thing I like about that, though, is it was an entire through line where it's always in Christmas movies, the other people are trying to learn the meaning of Christmas.
Yeah.
This one is Santa forgot the meaning of Christmas and has to relearn it.
Yeah. Well, he needed someone to show him that there was
still hope in the world and remind him why he chose to be Santa or was made Santa. Or
however he became
Because they never... And that's also why I like this movie is they didn't really go into backstory too much. They gave you a quick answer like, who were you before this? He was a Viking that killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, right. What was his hammer's name now?
Skullcrusher.
Skullcrusher, that was it.
And so
anyways, there's this really rich family.
The Lightstones.
The daughter, the little mixed girl, her parents
are getting divorced. Or are divorced. We don't know.
It doesn't
really say. They're just not together anymore.
Right.
And they go to the father's mom's house, who apparently is a super rich Bill Gates style person, where she's making demands of senators and presidents, and she has her own compound. And the concept of the whole family is that
they're sucking up to her to try to win her over for money.
The son was always the dutiful son, doing everything his mom told him so she would love him.
The sister was
a suck up, trying to do everything she could to get the money, who was dating some idiot
actor.
Yeah, action movie actor.
Some really weird.
And then they had that idiot kid who's the
kid was the worst
internet personality. Yeah. And
so you see all the and you knew they're showing all the chauffeurs and
there was something up with them.
You knew something was up with them. You knew something was really off. They didn't look like they didn't look professional.
Yeah.
You could just tell something was off with them.
They didn't look like catering staff.
No, not at all.
And that's mainly what they were.
Right.
So about that night after everyone went to bed, all the catering staff, you find out, are mercenaries. Getting ready to rob the compound for a bunch of money. $300 million that the mother
had in cash
in a vault. Yep, that the mother had hidden away from the government. She was originally given it by the government to help fund the war for oil to keep it going.
And she stole it.
Yep. Which I love how just subtly they just went over it and moved on with it. They didn't try to dwell on it. And so the group was led by John Leguizamo, also known as Scrooge in this. He got fat.
Well, I mean, he is older.
I know, but I was we were working at his last year picture, and he's a lot thinner in the face. He packed on a couple pounds for this.
I mean,
nothing insane, but
but what do you think of his character?
Oh, he's just an evil dick who's he had one bad Christmas, so he went all hell broke loose. Yeah, I liked it.
It was a very poorly. I think John
Leguizamo.
I think he's a great actor, and I always remember him from the. I don't know if you remember the movie Pest.
Yes,
I always remember him from the movie Pest. I think he's a great actor. I just think that he
does it.
Yeah, with this movie, I think he overdoes his character a little bit.
But I think that was the whole concept because everyone was really overdone.
The guy
everyone was over
the guy
the
with
top.
the gun holding everyone hostage. That was pretty
everyone was over the top. So I think this was perfect for his acting style, where he was allowed to just be over the top.
Yeah.
So my biggest issue that I even had with this movie is I want it to be a little bit longer. I think it was so fast paced.
Yeah, they did rush the end a little bit.
It was so fast paced. We missed out on some probably good things that we could have got, like more Santa, get some better kills. The
best kills though, the end when he gets Scrooge through that's the
chimney.
Best one.
Rips him through a chimney. Yeah. So
anyways, I did like the little Home Alone.
Yes. If Home Alone was a little more realistic.
Yeah, right. I did like that.
So the little girl is on Santa's nice list because she's like literally, truly a good girl. Like it kind of turns out she's like one of Santa's favorites because she's asked for things but never really anything greedily. Greedily. Like one of the wishes was she always wanted a best friend, so she got a stuffed rabbit. Then she wanted a fly, so he gave her a kite, and she never lost appreciation for anything she got. And she was like the true spirit of Christmas that helped him find his way.
Yeah, right. That helped him kind of see that there were still
people
good
worth
people out there.
I like the twist where the son stole all the money. The oldest son.
I did like that. Yeah.
And his whole thing was he stole the money so he could get his family back. Which is just as fucked up as the rest of his family would do. Where he's like, I'm going to set myself apart by doing the exact thing the rest of my family would do.
You know what the greatest part about it is? When he's apologizing to his mom when they're ready to kill him, his mom's like, ow.
I did the same shit to your grandfather.
Yeah, right. She's like, don't even worry about it. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, she goes, that's how we do things in this family. We take shit. Like, okay.
She's like, I'm proud of you. I did it to your
grandfather.
I did it to your grandfather.
Yeah, it was really messed up.
But yeah, I mean the
action scenes were really good.
The action scenes are really good. There's a lot more soldiers in the little barn where he starts beating a little piss
when he finds that sledgehammer.
Yeah. So there's a lot more soldiers that they show up. So I don't know if they're just like coming in later or what, but.
Oh, the soldiers that came in later, they were the extraction team.
No, they weren't. Oh yes, they were.
They just turned coat.
They just turned over there.
They turned on their employers.
Like, originally, only like 7 of them show up.
No, there was a whole. When they showed them when they first took off, there was like 2 guys per snowmobile.
Yeah, but he kills like 50 people in the barn.
He kills a lot.
It's like a lot of them.
Oh, I love when he started cutting people's heads off with the ice skates.
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. How about the candy cane where he sucks down to a point and
stabs the guy through the mouth and stabbing everybody like a prison shank? Yes. Yeah. This movie is very gory.
It's a good movie. So, I'm not into the hokey movies, so I kind of went in thinking this is going to be a hokey movie, but I still wanted to see it. And it turns out that, yes, it's hokey, but there's still enough aspects and other ways that keep you interested in watching the movie. So I think it's a great movie. I gave it like a 6.5 or 7
out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know me, I like really hokey crap, so it's a 7 or 8.
Right.
I like
the part where he's ready to kill Santa and he goes, I got you now, and he goes, not if you believe.
Yeah. So
touches his nose.
Yeah, so how Santa goes up chimneys, he touches his nose and he flies up he turns into gold dust and flies up the chimney. During the last scene, he is in the main fight and he grabs a hold of the villain's coat and uses that power to pull him up through the chimney.
And obviously he doesn't turn
the other guy doesn't have magic, so he doesn't turn into a dust, so all this dust is pulling him up through this chimney and it snaps him into pieces. Man. When he arrives at the top of this old chimney, is his torso with like blood and guts and everything flying all over the place. It was amazing.
It's the best kill.
That is one of my favorite. I like when he stabs the dude in the face with the star.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I like the attic scene where the lady went to go kill the little girl, and he's like, "I need you to turn around.
Yeah, he tells her,
sing jingle bells as loud as you can."
Yeah, so the little girl hides herself up in the attic, and she just watched Home Alone for the very first time. Yeah. So she's in the little innocent girl where she's like, "That'll work in real life." So she sets up a bunch of traps. And the one of them is like a female mercenary, and when she finally gets to the little girl and is going to kill her, Santa saves her, and as she's starting to recuperate from being knocked out, Santa kneels down and goes, "Trude, honey, I need you to turn around,
close your hands over your ears,
yeah, sing Jingle Bells as loud as you can."
And then he turns around to the girl who's laying on the floor because he hit her with the hammer
in the hit her in the chest with a sledgehammer, and he walked up and he goes, "You are about to shoot an 8-year-old little girl. That's naughty." That's naughty. And then he crushes her head in with a hammer, and it's amazing. Oh, there were so many just great moments in that whole movie with Santa.
It's a good movie. I didn't go.
He uses tinsel string and
to give him.
He gets stabbed earlier, and he uses a ornament hook.
Yep.
And some tinsel to sew himself back up. And then he wraps himself up in wrapping
paper. Yep.
And then he ties a big bow on his hip to keep it on. It's really
Well, I like the beginning where like, "What do you want?" He's, "I just want to go home. I want my reindeer."
We're like, "Are you serious?" Like,
it is a good movie. I'd say I went in expecting very low, and I got
a lot more than you were hoping for. Yeah. I got exactly what I was hoping for. It was really good. It was really as gory and hardcore as it was. It was very light in tone as a movie. Like, the overall movie was still very light in tone, no matter how dark they got with stuff. Like when they went into Santa's past about him being a Viking. And they were showing it with all the epic music and all the blood and gore, right, but it still had such a lighthearted tone of like Santa regretting his past. And...
Yeah. Well, I mean, it had his cute moments too with the girl
and
Santa. Obviously, he had like he had a soft spot for her, and I thought the ending was cheesy, or they all believe, and then he comes back
to life.
I thought it was gonna be. I honestly thought it was going to be her crying and her tears hitting him, and it was going to be...
bring him back.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was going to be.
My original theory was that John Leguizamo's character was going to eventually kill him and then take it over like the Santa Claus.
He would have to
like the Santa Claus.
Right. Which would make sense because he didn't believe in Christmas anymore.
Yeah.
So it would have made sense that it transferred to him.
So but they came out with a very basic ending, which I was completely fine with.
I mean, I was fine with it. It was just more on the tacky side.
I was fine with it because the whole movie was tacky. If we think about it.
But that would have been a great ending with John getting the Santa.
Yeah. The ending was very abrupt.
Yeah, there was like that was it.
There's no. I wish they would have shown who they got to play Mrs. Claus, or who they were thinking about playing Mrs. Claus. Because I could imagine, especially with this director, like being a woman that we would never expect. Like Sofia Vergara or something crazy that's so offsetting.
Sofia Vergara. I don't know if she did. Oh, she might.
She would. Yeah. She's in Modern Family. Let alone, she would do any movie.
Modern Family's a good show.
It is. But I'm saying, she's in a lot of silly shit.
Yeah,
so
she is.
She has no reservations as an actress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know she's just hot. She's what, 50?
I don't know.
Ish?
That doesn't matter.
No. But now we're going to look, because that's important to know.
Because it's important to know.
Yeah.
You got to put the V in there, and it'll pop right up. No, you had it right.
I thought I had it right.
There you go.
Oh, it's not. It's spelled with F. Because she's Spanish, so they just straight. She is...
50. Right there. 50. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, she's born in 72. Wow. And she still looks amazing.
So does Jennifer Aniston. She's like 54.
Yeah, I know. These women are...
Jennifer Aniston ages like fine wine. I thought she was cute in Friends. I think she's smoking hot now.
Yeah, right. Selma Hayek's still really good looking.
Selma Hayek, yeah.
Oh, she's not lost her touch either. This is turning out a real sad episode. So, yeah, as far as anything else goes, like...
You think they'll do a second one? A Violent Night 2?
I hope.
How would they set it up?
like in another country where Santa's just now like a vigilante too. Like where he becomes just a straight vigilante. Or they introduce Krampus into it and he has to stop Krampus.
That would be cool. I would like that. That'd be a good one.
So, I mean, there's a lot of ways it could set that up.
But Krampus and him are supposed to, in theory, they work together.
Yes.
But I could see maybe them having...
And well, they could do the whole aspect of where Santa became disillusioned with the holiday. They could have Krampus became disillusioned with the holiday, so every kid's naughty now, and he's just killing every kid. Like, not letting there be a balance, like, oh, some kids make mistakes, but...
Well, I mean, they already had the disillusion with the holiday thing, though.
With Santa, yes, but now they could have Krampus do it. Like Krampus also became disillusioned. Instead of
just doing naughty kids, he does good and
all the kids like, oh, you didn't say God bless you this one time. I'm going to chop your head off.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So there's a lot they could do with it. What do you think is going to happen with You're a Mean One? Do you think it's going to be as bad as these reviews saying? Or are you gonna,
I think it's going to be a shit show.
Are you going to be drinking for it?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I will be here having drinks before we go to the movies. I mean, I'm just hoping to see... Like, I know it's going to be shitty. I'm just hoping to see some really good kills. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the one he picks up the lamp and beats the woman to death with it, so...
Yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping to see some really good kills in that movie.
I am too. I'm looking forward to this. Then we have the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
I heard it's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, Dipstick doesn't want to watch it for whatever his reasons are. But he doesn't seem to want to watch anything, to be honest.
Yeah. Dan's... That's the issue with Dan, is he's been alive 10 years longer than us. But he's seen so many... He has a 10 years head start on us. I guarantee you 10 years from now we might be the same way.
I mean, my dad wants to watch every movie. He's got a good 25 on me.
Yeah, right? So who knows? It's just... Dan's Dan.
I don't know. I mean, the movies he likes to watch, he's really into. And
yeah.
It seems like
it's all the mainstream stuff.
It just seems like every time we try to put him out of his little comfort zone, he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, it happens. We all get like that. Like, I think number one, also, like I said, Dan's like a lot of the movies that come out now are all cookie cutter.
Yeah, right.
So I think he's over that. So
I also think he doesn't like how they change the characters from the comic books to the movie.
And I get it because I have problems with some of it too. Like,
yeah,
Namor. Namor was a big issue.
Yeah, but you can't do anything to stop that.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about it. So we just gotta suck it up.
Suck it up and watch
or not watch it.
Yeah, right.
Which Dan's gone the non-watch option.
That's all right. We'll keep watching.
Yeah, I will. Like, to be honest, I am kind of bored of some of the Marvel movies.
Well, I think they all have the same.
They've hit a formula and they stick to it too hard.
They stay to the same formula.
That's why I've been getting a lot more enjoyment out of the shows we've been watching lately.
I think the shows we've been watching have been good. I liked She-Hulk.
Yes.
Did we hear? Did that get greenlit for a second season?
Let's look right now because we have to eat up time anyways. Because we've only been on for half an hour. I looked up Salma Hayek while I was at it.
I see that.
She's still got it. Look at her.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
She's still got it.
They're all gorgeous.
She-Hulk.
Season 2.
If they do a season 2, I think what they need to do is really get into some of her more major aspects of like the people she deals with, not just like the silly Sex in the City aspect. I think they need to be like they can still have some of that, but they need to like.
They're saying that right now. The goal would be for it to be in Phase 6 starting late in 2024 for the second season.
Yeah, well.
Phase 6 of what? Marvel?
Yep.
So that's the goal that's the goal date for them right now. Late season.
They need to just drop some of the
other stuff. Yeah, right. Well, I heard that Did you see the?
Hold on a second. Well, go for it. Well,
they're saying right now that the Flash movie, they think is going to do really, really well. So they actually bumped the release date up. So they're going to try to make money off of that, which I don't know how well it's really going to do because of all the stuff going on with
Ezra.
Yeah.
Oh well, they just said what's her face is still in the Aquaman movie too.
Is she? Well, they already did the filming. Of course she was going to be.
So we're currently in phase 5.
Yeah.
Starting in 2023, we'll be in phase 5.
Right.
The movies they have for this are really fucking weird.
Oh, Blade!
Yes, they're actually getting Blade back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. Well, we talked about this earlier in the year, that one actor, you're like, who the hell's that guy? And you're like, oh, well, I can see him.
I can see him as Blade. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's not Wesley Snipes' Blade, but...
No. But he still looks like he's pretty close to him.
He's not, like, completely off. So...
What the heck are these? What's
Ant-Man and Wasp...
Quantumania?
Quantumania. They're going to introduce, I believe... It's Kang the Conqueror in this one. Time travel guy who's... They use like the branching multiverse thing, so every time there's like multiple timelines, and he keeps sending himself back in time in different eras to take over the world.
Okay.
So they're all over the place. He's in the quantum universe, the mini universe. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on with it. I watched it. I was like, I don't remember any of this shit with Ant-Man and Wasp. So it's gonna be weird. Secret Invasion. I'm looking forward to, just because it's mainly a Nick Fury movie.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I know you like your Nick Fury.
I love Nick Fury because he's James Bond via the Marvel Universe. Now, Samuel Jackson's a little old to me.
I love Samuel L. Jackson.
But he's a great Nick Fury. I'm never gonna... that's why I want to... So then we have also another Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Whatever.
The third one. That's going to be the last one I've heard.
Yeah, we'll see.
They say that this is going to be the last
We'll see.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
They always say that until they make money.
Well, no, what's her name that plays Gamora has pretty much came out and said that she's overmaking... She doesn't like... So she came out and said that she doesn't like how Marvel, they play like... They act like you're a little kid. They treat you like little kids. Like
they want to control your life.
Yeah, they want to control everything you do. They want, like... When they give you a script, you're only allowed to see your script for like 5 minutes, and they take it from you. You can't have your script because they're afraid that you're going to leak it. And she's like, they just treat you like little kids.
Well, that's more Disney than Marvel, because Disney owns Marvel.
So she was like, she's like, I'm just over it. I'm sick of being treated like a child. And she said that they'll give you they'll mess with you and give you a false script, and then they'll give you the real script. She's like, they just play games. She goes, I'm over it. I don't want to do it anymore. So this is pretty much... They say this is the last Guardian of the Galaxy.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Like I said. Because, remember, they also said Chris Evans was done playing Captain America.
Well, there's Captain America.
Captain America, New World Order. So, we'll see what they do with that. I don't know if it's actually going to be him. I don't know if they're going to do Carter. We'll find out. Or if they're going to continue the whole Falcon or Winter Soldier being him. They haven't.
He gave it to
Sam,
right,
who's the Falcon.
Right.
Sam gave it to the government. That's where they created the U.S. Soldier, which was a crazy racist.
Right.
Who had superpowers.
Now, I didn't watch the first season of Loki, but I heard it was pretty good.
A lot of people liked Loki, so I'm going to give it a shot.
What's the Marvel?
The Marvels. I don't know. I'm actually going to look that up. That caught me off guard. We have Blade, we have Blade in November. We have Ironheart, which Dan's not looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to either.
Yeah, you're not gonna like the Marvels. You might as well just skip over that one, bud. So it's Brie Larson as Carol Danvers again.
Okay, I'll skip that. Not because I hate her, because she's actually she showed some she showed some humility and kind of backed off that arrogant high horse.
Yeah.
I'm a little more okay with her now.
Well, we kind of knew that they were going to do a Daredevil, right? They introduced him back again into the She-Hulk.
And I'm fine because they got the dude who played Daredevil in the show,
right.
Netflix show.
So,
which, at some point, you're going to have to watch next year, is watch the Daredevil and some of the Netflix.
I didn't watch the show. I watched the movie.
Yeah, we're not talking about Ben Affleck.
Yeah, okay. I got you.
No, because I think you would absolutely like Daredevil seasons 1, 2, and 3. That the whole season's them. You would like the whole way through.
Right.
You would like Punisher season 1 and 2.
I watched Punisher with you.
Well, most of it.
Oh yeah, the first season.
Yeah, you would like season 2 too as well. You would like most of Luke Cage until the end.
Why?
Because they just got really weird with it and stopped making sense.
Oh, okay.
You would like Jessica Jones season 1.
Jessica Jones.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. What the heck? I didn't see it, but
I can't remember if season 2 was any good.
I think I did see a little bit of it. I don't remember it though.
Yeah. Let's say, did you pop off your volume? So
yeah.
Okay. So I can't remember if Jessica Jones had 3 seasons or 2.
There was something about it you didn't like, though, right?
Jessica Jones.
You told me you
had 3 seasons.
You told me you liked the first season, but
the first season was really good.
Yeah, but then something you didn't like about the second and third season.
Let me just go back because I can't remember what season 2 was. I think. Oh, my whole issue was that nobody fucking learned a lesson. Her one friend's her mom had her addicted because her mom was a talent agent, so she was all screwed up as a kid as a child actress. Like her mom, prostituted her out and all this other fucked up shit,
right? To
get her acting jobs and everything else. So she was all fucked up from that, and she was having all kinds of issues with post-traumatic stress, drug addiction, all that shit. So then she keeps getting addicted to shit. Like she never stops being addicted to shit. So I'm trying to remember. This. It's been so long.
I mean, you got me. Because I watched like 1 or 2 episodes with you before on the first season, but
yeah,
I didn't watch any more.
Season 1 was really good. It was with Purple Man. I don't remember anything about season 2 or 3. Isn't that sad? Was it just that bad?
I mean, it could have been that forgettable. Yeah, it can be that forgetful.
Yeah.
Forgetful. I don't know why I'm having problems stumbling over words today, but
yeah, right. I can't remember season 2. What was season 2 about?
Do you think they're gonna do more? Because I like the Blades. Do you think they're gonna do more than one Blade movie?
I think they're gonna see what happens with this and see if it falls. If it falls flat, no. If it does well,
I think it'll do well.
I don't know. I think
it's been long enough. So we'll go back to the Hellboy comparison. I don't think they gave, even though Hellboy came out when we were high school, right?
What?
Hellboys came out when we were in high school.
Yeah, they all came out when we were in high school.
So I don't think they gave it long enough to make a new one. You know what I mean? That time to kind of like forget about it and then make a new one. I don't think it gave it. I think Blade has been long enough for the Blades for people to kind of be like, okay,
yeah,
I'm ready for another Blade. You know what I mean? I can be all right with a new actor as Blade. I don't think they did that for Hellboy. Because Wesley Snipes is an iconic. Every time I think of him, all I can think of is Blade.
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember what season 2 was.
Oh, you're just running through?
I'm just trying to remember. See if I can. I think season 2 was the one with her mom. Yeah, I believe so. Because season 1 was definitely Purple Man. Season 2, I think, was her mom, where there was a company making superheroes.
Yeah.
And then season 3, I believe, is her friends going even more crazy and being a douchebag. So I'm over it. I didn't watch. I know I didn't watch season 3. I know that for a fact.
Well, I remember you kind of bitching a little bit about the second season, so I never really.
Because the second season was really poorly written. It got weird, and nobody learned lessons. Like I said, she kept getting addicted to stupid. Like her best friend, kept getting addicted to stupid stuff. I'm addicted to this guy who's addicted to other stuff, or I'm addicted to this, that's that. You know, just
right.
No one learns their lessons.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't watch it, so I don't know.
Luke Cage, like I said, you'd like season 1. Season 2 was good, better. Season 2 was better than season 1.
Season 2 is better than season 1.
Yeah, like season 1 was good all the way up until about halfway through, and then you get to season 2, and season 2 was really good because it gets more into him dealing with people who can actually do something against him.
Oh, okay.
Because that's where they have Bushmaster, who's like a super strong guy. So,
yeah.
Because the crux of season 1 was, I really thought they were leading into one of my favorite parts for Luke Cage is one of the villains made a miniature bomb, nanobots that made a bomb inside Luke Cage's chest.
Yeah.
So his friends had to put him unconscious and then take a acetylene torch to cut his chest open. Because the skin's invulnerable. It's like metal.
Right.
So they took a acetylene torch and opened him up to remove the bomb.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Well, how did because the nano, you said the nano.
Yeah, he drank them and then they built a bomb inside of him.
Okay, and I was like, well, how the... And then I'm like, oh yeah, he did mention that.
So they had to use a acetylene torch to cut him open to get it out.
Got ya.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good plot.
And one of my worst things is they were like, oh, like, how do we kill it? Because he's dealing with a bunch of street level guys, like a bunch of thugs with guns.
Yeah.
And he goes, they're like and they're a bunch of idiot street thugs. So they're like, well, how are we supposed to do something about it? We can't shoot him. Shooting him doesn't work.
Right.
And the main villain guy goes, well, there's more than one way to kill a man. You don't have to just shoot him. So I was like, cool, they're going to do some crap where they try to drown him.
Right. Take your oxygen away somehow.
No, they're like, we bought a super gun.
That's a little dumb.
Yeah, it was a lot dumb.
Yeah.
We bought a super gun.
What's a super gun?
It was just like a gun from like Stark Tech.
Okay.
That had super bullets.
Okay. Got ya.
Yeah.
Magic bullets.
They weren't magic. They were just super armor penetrating, you know.
Right.
They might as well have been magic. You're right. They're magic. It's Marvel Universe. It's all magic.
It's the Marvel Universe. They're all magic.
So, it's going to be interesting now that we were talking about Phase 5, because I feel that's a good thing to talk about.
Yeah.
We got Loki Season 2, Daredevil Born Again, Ironheart, Agatha, Coven of Chaos. They're going to go more into that. The Thunderbolts is actually what I'm kind of interested in.
Okay.
So the Thunderbolts is more or less the Suicide Squad of the Marvel Universe that was created by Thunderbolt Ross to either try to kill the Hulk or, do something around that era.
Okay.
So that's a whole movie based on that. I'm okay with this.
Right. Okay.
Because they're going to get some good ones.
So yeah, they're saying Phase 6 for the second season of She-Hulk.
Do you think we'll actually see a Phase 10?
No. No, I don't. I see it probably petering out around 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we'll actually get to 10. Yeah, because there's only so much they can do. You know what I mean? There's only so much that they can do with this formula that they have before people are finally like...
Enough?
Yeah. Like, I did like the twist with She-Hulk. Like, She-Hulk was a nice, like, different formula that they had. Like, she broke... I know you didn't like some of the times she broke the fourth barrier, but...
I was okay with this. It just, as long as it wasn't completely all Sex in the City.
Right. But...
And most of my problems with that were, like, logistic skills. Like, when she freaked out and punched a wall, there just happened to be already a fully armed squad of superhero busting people ready to go.
Right.
Within 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And also how they introduced Scar, Hulk's son. They didn't do that justice at all. So that's going to be weird when they do the stuff for back at Sakaar.
Well,
because how he looks is also really weird too.
If they can break the mold and go against the grain and do something different, I think that they could get to 10. I don't think they're going to break the mold.
No, because Because now all they have left is getting the X-Men introduced in this and doing some X-Men stuff.
Well, it's like that. How do you introduce them? Are they going to introduce? Or they keep Daredevil out? Or I mean, do they keep Deadpool out? Because Ryan Reynolds owns the fucking.
Well, Deadpool's not really an X-Man. He just kind of hangs around with Colossus and annoys Cable. Those are the only two people who's ever really affiliated with the X-Men, are Cable and Colossus.
Speaking of which, I'm excited for the third one.
I know you are.
I think that those two can make a really hilarious movie together.
Yes, and I want them to bring back the chick who played Domino.
Yeah, so do I.
Not only just because she was attractive, but her character was how Domino is in the comic books. Like, she doesn't really care because she knows it's all just going to happen to work out for her.
Right. Yeah, he's like, well, what's your power? She's like, I'm lucky.
Luck's not a power.
Luck's not a power.
What, do you shoot luck lasers out of your eyes? So, that's going to be interesting. We have a lot to look forward to. We have a mean one. We have Cocaine Bear.
Oh, Cocaine Bear. I forgot about Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
So.
Well, you told me bears can't climb trees. Well, of course they can climb trees.
So, and the Guardians of the Galaxy is special. So, we got a lot to look forward to and prep for and annoy Dan with.
Yeah, a lot. We have a lot to annoy Dan with.
Yeah, so we'll see how all this goes. But we will see you on our last week of a very Alpha Nerd Christmas.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Ho, ho, ho!